Alright. Been a while since I made a video. Lots going on. So, where do I start? I don't even know where to start. Blew my car up. Well, I didn't blow it up, but it had a coolant leak since I bought it. It's had a little tiny crack in the plastic intake, right? Plastic intake manifold, the crossover tube. So it's just a little bit of leak, a little bit. So I'd put some JB Weld on it, it'd be fine. And then like 2 inches over, it'd start leaking again. And then I'd put JB Weld on that, 2 inches over, it started leaking again. And it was just totally just cat and mouse this fucking leak. Until I'm not gonna say we were doing donuts, okay? We're doing donuts, really hammering the piss out of it, and it blew the whole front of the plastic intake out. I mean, you know, baseball size hole. And I was like, fuck, I don't have any coolant anymore. So I don't have coolant. There's no coolant getting to the engine, right? Because where the pipe where it connected is just completely blown out. It's gone. And there's just, even if you put coolant in it, it's not going to do anything. Because, like, there's nowhere for it. There's nowhere for it to go. I don't know how to explain it, but there's absolutely no coolant in the engine. So, all fine and good. I can drive to work. Yeah, that's right. I got a new job. I got a different job. I work luckily, I work at a garage and fixing cars again. Luckily. And I'm driving this thing to work, back. And it's fine because I don't have, it's like as soon as it gets hot, I'm home. You know what I mean? As soon as it gets hot, I'm in the parking lot at work. I could do that forever. Until I have to go to the fucking pharmacy, bro. That blew it all up. All of my friends, everybody I knew was like, oh yeah, I'll give you a ride, bro. I'll give you a ride. But it's at like 7:30, you know. Whatever, the pharmacy closed at 6. So this was a Saturday. So they would have closed at 6 and then 5 on Sunday, yeah. So anybody that could give me a ride was just too late. And the medicine that I take helps me sleep. It puts me out, dude. I'm out. Like, if anybody wants to take a challenge, take 2 Seroquel and then see how long you can stay awake. See if you can stay awake an hour. It's a challenge. I'm challenging you. So I was like, fuck, dude, I'm out of this medicine. I text my friend, my ex-girlfriend, and she was like, oh, yeah, well, maybe sure. It kind of left me thinking, like, yeah, she's going to call me back. But, like, I'm not blaming her. I'm not saying it's her fault or anything. But it was. She texted me at, like 4:45, like 4:45. They close at 6. She goes, oh, yeah, I can't take you. I'm like, fuck, dude. Fuck. I don't want this to die. If I don't take this, I'm not sleeping. There's no way I'm sleeping. And I don't like going a night without rest. Oh, I gotta kill these 2 guys. Yeah. Fuck up, bitch. Alright. So I don't want to go this whole night without sleeping. So I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna take the car. I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna get there, and if it overheats on the way back. No, this was a Wednesday. Because I called off work. I wasn't feeling good that day. That's it. And I already didn't really sleep that night before, and I was like, fuck, dude, I just don't want to go another night. That's right. It was a Wednesday. So all I wanted to do was just take my medicine and go to bed and just sleep. So I was like, all right, I'll get to the pharmacy, right? So I get to the pharmacy, fine, you know. And the way back was the problem. It was a problem. The thing was chattering, dude, making all kinds of noise and shit. I pull off the road, and it made this. The engine died, okay, and then it went like, poof, real fast and loud, like, and all this smoke started pouring out from underneath the hood. I was like, "Fall, there goes the engine. That's fucked." Well, at least got my medicine, dude. So I get out of the car and I look at it, and the valve cover gaskets are blown out of it. I've never seen that happen. I've never ever seen that happen in my life. I've never seen, like, there's every mechanic that, like, I work with has a different kind of theory on what happened, but none of us really know for sure because we haven't seen that. So yeah, now the car's fucked. I pull off the road. I call my ex's brother at the time. Shout out to him. And he picks me up. I have all these groceries. Yeah, that's right. I had a fucking dog in the car. That's right. So I was like, bro, you need to come get me. I'm broke down here. He's like, all right, I'll come get you. Meanwhile, I'm pissing around with the car trying to get it to start. And once I saw, like, the oil everywhere, I was like, fuck this. Oh, that's right, because I thought, like, it was going to catch on fire. For sure, I thought the car was going to catch on fire. I was thinking, like, okay, where the fuck am I going to go? All I got is a gallon of milk. That's all I got to put out a fire. What am I going to do? Just sit here and watch my fucking Lincoln burn? No, I'm going to kick the door. I was in an elementary school parking lot. I was going to bust that fucking window out and go in there and get a fire extinguisher and come out and put the fire out. And then deal with the police and shit when they all get there. Or what am I supposed to do? Oh, I'm just going to sit here and watch my Lincoln burn to death. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, fuck that. I'm going in there. I'm going to gun myself a fire extinguisher because it's an elementary school, so you know they're like every 20 feet, and they're good, and they're checked, and they're ready to go. But yeah, I took all the groceries and the dog, and I went home. And I took my medicine, and I went to bed. And I woke up the next day, and I walked, because I had to work. It was Thursday, I had to work. I walked. I was going to walk to work, but I was like, fuck, I'll take a shot. I go to the elementary school where the car was, got in, started up, fired right up. It was misfiring, though. It wasn't running the best it's ever. I was like, fucking thing was sick. Fuck, bitch. Yeah, it was sick, bro. So I took it all to work, and then, like, I knew it needed an intake, so I got the intake for it. Got the valve cover gaskets. Finally put it together on Saturday. I worked all day by myself. Nobody in the garage, just me. I could work by myself. And I put it all together, and I started up, and the fucking thing is just pouring out oil. It is just leaking oil profusely on the engine on the exhaust manifold, which gets like smoking hot, right? That's how cars catch on fire. You get oil in that manifold. All it takes is the littlest spark to just fucking ignite that perfect combination, and there goes the car, right? So I was like, you fucking kidding me? There's no way that I'm gonna drive this car anywhere. So I left. I got a ride. Again, shout out to her brother, Johnny on the spot. But it was like 8 fucking hours of work, dude, because and these valve cover, anybody that knows like cars, the valve cover gaskets, you should just flip them over, right? Clean them out, clean out that little ridge area, like that around the rectangle, and then you push the gasket in the whole way around to the other end, and now it's in the thing. So when you flip it upside down, gasket side down, you can put it on the engine and bolt it down equally. There was no fucking way, dude. You flip the thing over, the gasket just falls right out every time. I can't tell you how many times I did that. So I just used RTV, but it leaks like fucking crazy. And my boss said he thinks that the valve, because it's plastic, he thinks it warped. Because if I got the car so hot that it wouldn't run, it shut off, then that's hot. It was piss. So we're thinking that that's what it is. Now we got to find valve covers, and we can't find them. It's discontinued. It's a discontinued item. Dealer don't have them. AutoZone don't have them. You know what I mean? Parts stores, O'Reilly shit don't have them. I want clear ones, so like, fuck you. You can see what the engine's doing inside, right? You can see like the cam spinning and shit. I think that's really cool, and those are gettable, but they're in like a fucking Hawaii or something. It's so far away, dude. So yeah, now I'm just getting rides and shit from work and home. I gotta get picked up in the morning. I'm gonna get dropped off. It's not that far, so if like I don't have a ride, I could always walk. But I haven't had to. Luckily, I haven't had to walk yet. Can I please just drop down? No. But yeah, that's what's going on with my life right now. I'm spending every fucking penny that I have on my car. Okay, I can't do anything here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I can't do anything. Every fucking penny that I have is I have to. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. And everything is just frustrating me recently. Everything. Everything is just like everything every step of the way is just fucking me. Dude, what the fuck? Get in there. Oh, really? There you go. But yeah, that's what's been going on in my life. There's this there's a neighborhood that's beside two neighborhoods over. There's like this kind of a yuppie place, you know what I mean? It's bougie place that my friends and I sometimes we go over to the pool and just swim in their pool. Just fuck you. Stop, bitch. Yeah, we don't, you know, they'll say, oh, hey, where do you live? Like, oh, yeah, I live over in the 7,000 or over in the T building. And they're like, oh, yeah, okay, sure. And they don't fuck with us. That's actually probably where I'm going to be going here. It's 5:30. Excuse me. It's so fucking hot outside. And it's sunny and humid, and there's no... That's another thing I wanted to tell you. The whole reason the whole reason why I made this goddamn video is to tell you the time that I snuck in the Nickelback concert. So I'm not a fan of Nickelback. Like, they're alright, but I don't hate them because the internet says so. A couple years ago, I was there with my ex, the same ex that fucked me and said, "Oh yeah," at the last minute, "Oh, I can't take you. I'm sorry." Like with no warning, so I had to drive the car and blow it up just to get the fucking medicine. A couple years ago, probably like 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah. I'm getting old, man. We went to a Nickelback concert, and it was with her mother and her aunt, and it was like the girls' night and me. So, I was sitting out in the grass with the bugs, drinking a $9 beer that's warm in a little plastic cup. I was like, fuck this, dude. Meanwhile, underneath, the whole, like, pavilion area was all, you could actually sit down in a chair, and they had like little fold out tables in front of you and everything that you could like, and it was crazy. So I really wanted to go there. I didn't want to sit out in the yard with the bugs. So that was like my purpose. My whole purpose that day was to like get down as far as I could get to the stage. Alright. So you go up, you just try to walk past the guard, and they're gonna like, hey, where's your ticket? Hey, where's your ticket? And you had to have like these, not badges, but I guess they were badges, but a lot of people had them in their pocket. I was like, oh, mine's in, my friend's got him in there, man, and I don't, and they're like, okay, yeah, okay. So, There was more than 4 security guards guarding like these steps that go up, right? Each one had a step that went up. And I went to and I said, yeah, man, my friends are in there, and I don't know where they're at. So I went to this lady. I was kind of feeling them out, you know, how they were all acting, how they were responding to me. There's one lady who was like actually pretty nice to me. She's like, well, I can't let you by, but if your friends come out and get you, I can let you go. So even if I didn't have a ticket, like if a group of people came out and was like, hey, I know who you are. I was like, shit, all right. So I went and got another beer, and then I went the whole way around to the other end to the next security guard. And as I was walking up, just so perfectly happened to happen, was a group of about 20 people, and they were all texting, they were all talking, they were all like, you know. So I bumped into the one. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I was like, yeah, we're all fans. Huh? We're all Nickelback fans." He's like, "We sure are." So you know. Something like that, something to that effect. And we just all walked right by this guy. We walked all right by him. I didn't pay no mind. I was turned the other way looking at this dude that I was talking to. And then as we went in, I just split and I went another way. And I went to the room. I went to a spot where there was a lot of... this is a true story. I went to a spot where there was like a lot of free seats. And I just went and I sat beside somebody. I didn't sit alone. I sat beside someone, with these 2 guys, who turned out to be tripping on acid I've never seen someone sweat like this dude. This guy was fucking out of his mind. So I was like, alright, now this is all the way up on the top. Now you can go down one set of steps, another step, some more seats, or you can go down one more set of steps, 2 from me, and now you're on the floor to where you're standing up and like you're right there at the stage. So I was like, all right. I said, this is where I'm. This is my goal. It's the same fucking thing, man. When a large group of people went by, I just blended right in with them. You know, hide in plain sight. Why am I? Oh, I'm trespassing. Hide in plain sight. Don't try to hide. Just. So now I'm on like the. Oh, Rico Delgado. Got him. So. Now I'm on the second floor down, and there's a lot of less chairs, but there's still some open chairs. After that, the guy didn't even give a shit. The last guy didn't even care. I was like, hey, I forgot my ticket. He's like, oh, go ahead. You're already fine. So I was down there, dude. Motherfucker. I was down on the stage floor, bro. With Nickelback. And they were right there. And let me tell you, they look just like their picture. If you've ever seen a picture of Nickelback, that's just what they look like. They aged very well, if I can say that. But that's the Nickelback concert story, and that's how I got all the way down there. And I text my girlfriend at the time pictures, and I was like, come on, I'll get anybody in. Because, oh yeah, that's right. Now that I'm in, I've walked out the other way with that woman that I told. I was like, in the beginning, I said, hey, there's my friends. And we're looking at like hundreds of chairs, dude. And if you stand there and wave like this, hey, you know there's going to be somebody that's drunk on the other side, or like somebody that's dicking around like, hey, waving. Like, oh, there they are, they're waving right there. She's like, sorry, I can't let you in unless they come to you. I was like, it's okay. And that's the whole reason why I went all the way around to the other side, got into security. And once I was in, then I was fucking in. I was in, dude. I could just walk freely past this woman and freely past the security guards because they saw me coming the other way, especially the guy on the second floor. Like I said, the guy on the first floor didn't give a shit. The guy on the second floor, he saw me coming the other way, made eye contact with me, didn't even check my shit. Because as long as you can get in and come the other way, you're fine, dude. They got so many people that they're like, they're really looking at them as like weapons and bombs and shit. But yeah, dude, that was Nickelback's story. And it's still, to my heart, man, it's still pumped. I felt like I was on some kind of Splinter Cell mission, bro. I was on a mission, and fuck you, dude. Uh-oh. Yeah, that was pretty dope. I'm trying to think of any stories. Any other stories like that I got? I don't know. That was a good one. I'm really upset that she didn't come with me, because I could have got her and her family and everybody that was with. Oh, her sister. I think her sister was with her, and I just kind of like tagged along, and I was like, well, I might as well just have as much fun as I can have with this. Yeah, I don't think she was very against what I did, but you know, fuck her. I had fun. I had so much fun. I was piss drunk, dude, by the end of that night. Right? Because the lady that let me in was like right beside the beer concession, so you didn't have to like walk 1,000 miles and then put your beer like on a fucking blanket in the grass. Like, shit, I don't want to sit like that. Like, to watch Nickelback, okay? I like some of their music. I like that Rockstar song, but I'm not like a big fan. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of fans that were in the grass at that time. They were like the peasants, you know, peasants. They should have just went for it, bro. And you would have got what you wanted. But what are you gonna do? You gonna kick me out? Fuck you! Give me the keys. I'll wait in the car. I will not kill that animal. You know what I'm saying? I gotta wait in the fucking car. Yeah, that was fun. That was actually a good day. It was a fun day. She wasn't very happy with me. Oh, I could smoke cigarettes outside on the lawn. So when I wanted a cigarette, Marlboro Red, thank you. Flavor Country. I just went out and smoked a cigarette, and then I went back in through the lady. She's like, "Oh, go ahead and see your friends," you know, kind of that deal. With a smile, dude. You get a lot with a smile, bro. You got a good rapport with somebody, they'll let you right by. Meanwhile, they got no idea that you're. I know it's not like White House security or anything like that, but I was just watching the DNC convention. Well, Eric Andre, okay, the Eric Andre show, DNC convention, and I was like, you know, I bet y'all can get past there with a high-vis vest and a hard hat and a fucking walkie-talkie. With somebody on the other end, it doesn't matter who, sitting in a car somewhere, saying, you know, just worker stuff. I was thinking like, I bet y'all can get by there. It's interesting. It makes you want to do it again. I know it's, like I said, I know it's just a Nickelback concert, but still, it beat sitting in a fucking blanket in a Pennsylvania hot summer, in like fucking August, dude, with bugs and shit, you know, them little gnats that they really get in your ear. Yeah, humid as all piss, no breeze, no wind. Dude, inside they had swamp coolers and big fans. So, yeah, that was that story. And I thought of that earlier. I was like, you know, can I hit this guy? Can I go? Oh, what the? Yo, I'll be back, son. Yeah. So that was that story. I'm trying to think of some other ones that come to mind, if anybody's listening to this. I will tell you one when I was in 9th grade. I went to I'm not gonna tell you exactly where, but I went to a nice high school, like a Richie high school. But I was in bad school, middle school, like bad kid middle school. So by the I spent sixth, seventh, and eighth grade in bad kid middle school, and then by the end of that, I was like, cause like the parents divorced, and I was just kind of, I don't know, defiant no matter what. I was like, they're like, okay, well maybe we'll filter him back into high school, like a normal high school. So what they did was they had half day good school and half day bad school. So half day good school, it was really just a fuck around class. So there was no bell. The bell would ring, but we would never go anywhere. We would just be in the same room all day. Nobody did anything. We played Max Payne on the computer like all day, and I would just try to figure out the fucking gun somewhere, man. I would try to figure out the best way to like hide and get the bus to leave without me, because it would just be a minivan, like a little minivan with a school student's son on the top with yellow school. I still remember this. So I was like, well, let's go back into the bathroom, and I would just fucking run away, and I'd hide, and the bus would leave, and I'd say, oh damn, I missed my bus. So now I'm going somewhere with this. The middle school was a bad school. I hated ninth grade. Hated ninth grade in bad school. It was just terrible. I would do anything I could to stay in good school, because it was like actually nice, and there were nice people there, and it was, you know, I wasn't really used to that. I hadn't been there since 5th grade. I hadn't. Oh, this would suck if I wasn't recording. 27 minutes. So, yeah, I wasn't in a good school for 3 years, right? It was just bad school. It was bad kids and kids that came from bad areas, and it was not a nice area. I tell you this, it was not a nice school to be in, right? Plus, I was like fucking 4 foot tall at the time, and I didn't gain any goddamn. I was like 4 foot tall and 90 pounds, and white as a ghost. So, anyway, let's get back to this. The good school had a printer in the office. Man, bye, bitch. Or you want to fucker? So the good school had a printer, like the glass style, where you could put copies on it, and I guess it was a copier, not a printer. So we copied money, dude. We copied this dollar bill, right, and just printed it out like 100 times. And I'll tell you what, it looked like real money. It looked just like a fucking dollar bill, dude. And unless you touched it and flipped it over, because there was nothing on the other side, just white paper. So what we were doing is we were going around, like there was a very busy intersection in the high school, and we would glue these fucking things with a glue stick on the floor, and just, you know, chaos ensue, right? So we thought it was the funniest thing. The teachers thought it was funny. Not all of them, but our teachers did. And I would have I had this stack of like $1 bills, dude, and it looked like I was bloated, right, at the time, unless you turned it over and then you knew, or touched it, because it didn't feel like real money at all. So I go to bad school. I start giving out bad school money to bad school kids. I was like, oh yeah, there's a fucking hit, man. Yeah, I thought I was like the coolest guy, dude. I was just handing out counterfeit money. And I was like, they all had the same serial number on them. They're all the same bill. Until next day. Next day comes along, and I go to bad school. I get off the bus. I didn't get to miss it. I had to go. I remember this. And they're like, hey, we need to see you upstairs. They and as I went upstairs, the fucking police were in there, dude. And like, the FBI came, okay? When I say that they're wearing their blue jackets with yellow letters, dude, it was fucking them, dude. And I was like, holy shit! They did not find it as funny as the teachers and, well, I mean, probably one shouldn't say, found it. And they're like, why did you do this? Who did you do this? How much of this did you print? What time? You know, I'm fucking crying the whole time, dude. I'm so scared. And, like, I had a fucking stack of money on me, dude. I had to give it to them. And I was like, dude, I go to this white school and, you know, to where nobody's ever seen crime. And they're like, well, you're not trying to buy anything with this? Because the kids tried to buy shit with it. The bad kids tried to go out and buy shit with it. And they got busted at a store trying to spend this money. Trying to buy food and shit with this money. You know, that dude, bro. And then, yeah. That's about it. That's about it. And, pretty much the end of the story is, don't do it again, is what they told me, okay? Now, if I was an adult, like a straight up adult, I don't know what would have happened. They were not happy. And it didn't help that I had a whole fucking stack of this money in my pocket. Because everybody at the good school was like, oh yeah, that's funny, that's cool, wow, yeah, that looks real, doesn't it? I mean, I'm not trying to spend it. I wasn't going to the lunchroom and trying to spend it. Right? So, yeah, that was that. But when I tell you, man, that they were really in, like, black town cars and shit, everything you see on the movies real. And they're not just Washington, D.C. FBI. They're all over the place, dude. They're everywhere. I mean, now is a little bit, that was more like a 90s deal. Now is a little bit more plainclothes, badge on the hip thing. But scared the shit out of me, I'll tell you that right now. And I told, yeah, it didn't help that I had a fucking wad of this money in my pocket either. But I was crying. I was crying, sobbing uncontrollably because I thought I was in trouble. And I think that's all they wanted to do, was just kind of scare me. Let me tell you, they scared me. What other stories? There's got to be another story. Yeah, I work on cars again. I don't work in a kitchen anymore, thank Christ. I couldn't do it. Dude, I get out at 4:30 every day, and it's the same schedule every day. It's not like 4 o'clock till question mark. That was just terrible. There's no way you can plan, right? Be like, hey, do you want to come out? Like, we'll call her Stacy, and Will, Lil Will. Will's his real name, but hey, you're probably listening. They're like, oh yeah, we're in the area. We thought we'd come hang out. They're like, oh yeah, when do you get out? 10 or 2, I don't know. Right? So now I have like a strict schedule to where I'm at work the same time, and I got like actual punch clock. Like a paper thing that you slide in and it goes cha-chung! And it punches my time into a physical paper card. Yeah, so that's that. And I like it, but I don't like not having a car. That's kind of rough. Kind of have to ask for rides and shit, but he will be better, stronger, faster. Where's the keys for the door? There should be keys here somewhere. Oh, I'm the bartender. Yo, can I please, I don't want to die. I have so much shit. Ah! Dude, I missed with that last shot, bro. So yeah, that's a couple stories. I'm trying to think of anything better. I had to hit the restroom real quick. Hang on a second. is the door sticking? You want to know why the door's sticking? Because it's Pennsylvania and it's July. And it's so humid that like everything is fucking swelling up. And who wants to sit out in the grass? Like a peasant. Alright. It's kind of hard to talk in game at the same time. To kind of concentrate on what you're doing. I'm trying to think of another good story. Damn, it's hot, yo. It's super hot outside, and it's like hot in here. Because I got like the shitty air conditioner. I mean, not shitty, it's cold in here, but it's not like the office at work. That's so freezing cold. Yeah, let's pick the duck. I don't want to be Bruno Mars. Let's be someone else. The clown is so overplayed. Yeah, let's be the because this is what it feels like I'm wearing it. The goddamn fur coat. Trying to think of other stories to keep going. Ah, oh, dang it! I hate starting down on the bench. Well, if I pick that up, they're gonna see me as a threat. Oh, that dude. Okay, so I'm thinking of the moped. I just saw that moped down there, right? A moped's a motorcycle. It is. It's a motor with two wheels. Motorcycle. You know, when I was down in Myrtle Beach it seems to be a trend of these stories I'm trying to tell you. When I was in Myrtle Beach, I was with the girlfriend at the time, the same girlfriend at the time, and her brother. I was riding a moped. We rented this moped, and he was too young at the time to drive it by himself. So what he would do is he would just get on the back and hold on to the back of it, like kind of like Vice City, if you ever seen that. Well, of course, we're gonna like go mess around on it. We go to this parking garage, right, to where it like dips down super steep, flattens out, comes up super steep, and then flattens out again. So if you're going fast in anything, car, anything, you're gonna get some air. So I don't know why he didn't film this. As I take just as much discredit as he does for not filming this incident. He got off. I said, all right, here I go. Watch me. Make sure nobody comes. Oh, yeah, because it comes up real steep, flattens out, and then it's like the road, and there's just the street in front of you, 2-lane road. And it's like a 4-way stop sign. So I go all the way to the other end, and I crank this, dude. I crank this bike. It's like, wah. I go down real steep, flatten out, come up, and right at the top is I got way more air than I thought I was going to get. And as I'm in the air, I will never forget this, dude, until I die. As I'm in the air, I'm peaking, I'm flattening out. I'm thinking, wow, there's no way I'm going to stop by the other side of this road, dude. Because it's like 2 lanes and a curb and stones and like a palm tree. You know, there's no grass, there's nothing but just cement. So I'm in the mid-air, dude, thinking, there's no way I'm going to stop. So it's like slow motion kind of. I was like, wow, I'll just hit the brake. It turned the handlebars at the same time. So, of course, as soon as I hit the ground, the bike scoots out from underneath of me, and I just slam onto the ground like hard, dude. And I tore my leg. That's the worst injury I've ever had. I have a tattoo on my right leg, and it like tore some of that tattoo off. It's gone forever. And the guy that actually did this tattoo died, and so I'm never gonna get it touched up. Whatever it is, and that was his work. And I'm never gonna be like, yeah, touch this up, because that's just what it is. More story about him. He had a seizure when I guess he was fine in health and everything, and he had a seizure, and him and his girlfriend were driving in a car, and he just like stiffened up and gassed the shit out of it, and went straight off the road into some signs or something, and he ended up dying. So, yeah. Rest in peace to that dude, because he did some good work, which is gone now. Some of it's gone. So anyway, I skinned the fuck out of my leg. Blood all over the place, dude. Immediately. It's just pouring blood out, dude. So these two guys are walking in a parking lot, just on the sidewalk, like they're walking this way. And we asked, do you think this is bad? They're like, dude, you gotta go to the hospital. I said, no, I'm good on that. Let's call the girlfriend. Called the girlfriend at the time. And she's like, well, where are you? And if anybody knows Myrtle Beach, we met at the corner where that Ripley's Believe It or Not is, with that big-ass stone ball that, like, you move with your hands. And she's like, they're like, oh, my God, that's so bad. I said, well, I'm going back to the hotel room to take a shower. A finger slammer. No whole other story. Get back there. Start chugging beers, dude. Because, like, it hurt. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say it didn't hurt. It hurt like a son of a bitch. And there was rocks and all kinds of stuff in it, man. So I had to get in the shower with shower water on it, and took, like, this bristle brush. And just and get all the rocks out. Because, like, I've had injuries like that before, and I know that if you leave rocks in there, that shit can hurt forever, and you can have, like, infections. And gotta clean that out, dude. Gotta clean that out. Just getting all that out. Yeah, that hurt too. That hurt worse than crashing. Crashing at the time hurt, but I was adrenalined out, dude. I didn't feel it really at the time. But until, like, I got to her and we met up, and there was just, dude. Oh, I was wearing flip flops in a bathing suit at the swim trunks. With swim trunks, and goddamn, all my toes were just grated off, dude. And then I had to go back to work, because this didn't heal overnight. This didn't heal in the 5 days that we were there, okay? I had to go back to work like this as a mechanic, working at the time, and I was doing a steering column on a Mercedes-Benz convertible. Goddamn, worst thing you could have done was you were laying underneath of this dashboard, taking out, like, I don't know, 200 screws that were in there, and then you had to put them all back. And I went one day and then I called off for like a week and said, I need this to heal. There's absolutely, sorry, I'm not playing. There's absolutely no way that I can come back to work. This just hurts too much. I'm sorry. I know it's my fault. It's my fault that I messed up, but it's just what it is. This is the situation. And they were like, oh yeah, whatever, man. So, like, I took a week off, and every time we went to a store, I got in one of those, like, mobility scooters for, like, handicapped people. I don't know, lack of a better term, but like bitch. Yeah, so I got in these mobility scooters, and I would drive around the stores. It was awesome. I didn't have to walk. It was nice. There was a nice cool breeze on me the whole time. She didn't think it was funny. She thought, girlfriend at the time, thought, like, I'm so embarrassed. I'm not going anywhere with you like this. This is so embarrassing. And I was like, okay, I don't care. I ain't walking. This shit hurts. This hurts. And every day you had to change the bandages because it was like ooze out. And the bandage kind of healed into the leg, especially if you let it overnight. If you let the bandage on overnight and then try to take it off in the morning, dude, excruciating. Just excruciating, okay? Oh, what you doing up here? I had like a brain freeze last night because I got this slushy from from the mini mart next door, and I chugged it, dude, and it was that was excruciating. Okay, maybe the leg wasn't as bad as the brain freeze, but it was pretty up there, dude. Definitely up there. Nowhere near tooth pain. I'll tell you that. I know that for sure. Yeah, nowhere near tooth pain. So that was that. Yeah, and then the next couple years after that, we rented a golf cart. This was Myrtle Beach, and I had a redemption, bro. I took this fucking golf cart as fast as I could get it up and got air off that. And, like, the whole seat and everything came off, dude. I don't know how we didn't get caught for that. For, like, what we did to that golf cart. Oh, my God. It kind of made this noise before we left, like, me. That wouldn't go away. I don't know what that was. It was something in the rear end. But this was like Airbnb. Airbnb is what it was. Yeah, dude. Like, it sounded like two gears grinding together, but I couldn't figure it out. Nothing went anywhere you took it, man. Especially if you had somebody on the back like hopping like that, you could go anywhere, dude. Even the beach, like, you would just go 6 inches at a time. Yeah, we beat the wheels off pretty much everything that we rented. I'm not proud of it, but you get bored after a little bit of just normal driving in a golf cart. Like, how fast are we gonna go? You gotta drive in the damn bike lane because you can't really drive as fast as cars do. Because they'll get pissed if you just drive in just kind of let people by. Oh. Yeah, bro, that was something else. And then he fell off the moped the one year. Yeah, well, no, we rented that beach house. Whatever the hell that was, the beach. Yeah. Oh, we got a moped stolen, dude. Stolen. Gone. Went out. Gone. We put a cable through the wheel. They just threw it in the back of the truck and left. You know what I mean? You got 3 guys jump out. You let that and throw that thing right in the back of a pickup. And if you know where the location things are, you take them off. You'd never find it ever. They probably still riding it. Yeah, he fell off the moped. Decking around. He got too comfortable. And he was like, he didn't want to drive it anymore. He said, I want to drive the golf cart. I want to go I feel safe. You feel safe in the golf cart. After the moped draws blood, you feel safe in a golf cart. There's just no other way around it. But we had all these places that we could go and that weren't on the street. I mean, we were really just having at it. You come out, you'd be hanging on the back, he'd be on the front drive, and you come out and you have like a bush, a whole bush like stuck underneath. You stop, rip the bush out, and then jump in the front and keep going like nothing ever happened. Nobody knows. No one knows. I mean, we really are not doing any damage to like the property since it's kind of just an empty lot, you know. But yeah, that golf cart was making some noise. Don't know what that was. I think it bent the axle. That's what I think. I think I bent the axle. Just enough that like a solid axle, not because the wheels, not enough to like bend a tube, but just enough to like the pinion gear and the ring gear, just have the mash a little bit of a different way, just have that sound. I don't know. Yeah, story about the moped though. I fell off that moped. I did. I fell off the moped. Alright, well, I don't really think of any other stories. I know it's been a while since I've made a video, and if anybody's still listening, then by all means, thank you very much. I'm a mechanic now. Again, I got all my toolboxes again. All in one place. Most of my tools in a place. I'm missing a couple sockets. I'm missing a good handful of sockets, but when the Snap-on truck comes around, I can get them. I can say, hey, I know I need these. And he'll say, okay. Wait, I'm the kitchen assistant. Why am I white? Yeah, there's not much that's going around, and I hate it. I don't hate it. I don't love it. Oh, you bitch! Come here. Got you. I was a manager. I was the manager of Kmart's. Wait, where am I at? Yeah, I need his clothes. Come here. I was receiving manager at Kmart. I had to check in like all the shit that came in off the trucks and everything. That was probably the best job I ever had in my life. Yeah, that's probably my favorite job. Because it was really like, I don't know. Well, first of all, I didn't really have to do anything. When the trucks came in, I did like 3 hours of actual work a day, and then the rest was just trying to stay out of the way so they didn't see me making do anything. And I would go up on the floor and I would talk to people, and yeah, just, I don't know. It was air conditioning in the summer because it was hot. It was hot that year. But I did like it. And eventually it closed. Which sucked, because I bet you I would still be there. I would still be there, and I would have moved up by now. Because I think so. Bye-bye. Yeah, I think I would have moved up. At least to like managers, like store assistant or something like that. A store assistant, you got a desk. You got your own desk. I guess I had my own desk. I had my own desk, but it was down in they call it the dungeon. It was downstairs. I don't know. Driving that little forklift thing around was fun. Oh, and driving the real forklift was fun too. Because we stacked like forklifts. We stacked pallets. We stacked 10 pallets on 10 pallets. And then we picked up those 20 pallets and stacked them on 10 more pallets. Picked up that 30. You see where I'm going? Until they were like taller than a telephone pole, dude. They were, and as long as you went real slow and deliberate, they wouldn't fall over. And then you can take them back down again. That was a fun job. Molto bene. Molto bene means very good, I believe. Wow, why is my frame rate there? Holy shit. Did you guys see that? Die! Dishwasher. That's what I used to do. I was a dishwasher. If you need a job and you need hours, just wash dishes. It's fine. And nobody's gonna say anything. Turn that garbage off. Alright, well, we're gotta be coming up on an hour now. Jeez. I'll give them all my shout outs. Everybody, all my subscribers. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and share. You don't have to hit the notification bell because I really don't know what that means. But all right, holla. All right, so shout out to all my subscribers, and you guys take care. And remember, no matter what's going on, whatever happens right now, I know things might be tough. The world is going to keep spinning. All right. Take it easy.